So I maxed out all of the credit I had to go and buy loads of this Maplin stock. And it was good. It was really good. They were just bringing down the prices. Started off half price, then it went down to like 60% off, 70% off, 80% off. After those fees are taken into account, I come out with £35.34 profit. I've got two, you know, that's a day's wages just in those two. What's up, Profit Seekers, and welcome back to the channel. Now, I thought I'd come to you with a little update this week, so I've tried and I promised to you guys I'm going to try and get a video out every single Wednesday to share some of my journey and offer the hints and tips I usually offer. So this video is a little twofold video. Straighten this up a little bit. This video is a little twofold, so I'll give you a little update as to what I'm doing this week, and then I'll give you my opinions on something else that's happened in the retail market, which has been really beneficial for me. So this week's quite an exciting week for me because this is the first week that I will be shipping pallets to Amazon. Now, this is week 3 training my warehouse how to prep my products for me and then ship them to Amazon, hence saving me a load of time and giving me more time to go and source more products. So it's a really big week for me and my business, and the pallet side is completely new territory. So it's not somewhere I've never been before, but I tend to find that in business, when you first start a new process or try and get into a new area or try and do something that you haven't done before, it's very difficult and it's time consuming, it's challenging and it's stressful on the first instance of doing it. So I think this week's going to be a bit of a challenge because it is the first time I'm ever going to be shipping pallets. But as always goes with these kind of things, once you've got that process in place, you can continue to streamline it and make more money, and it just becomes ingrained in your normal processes. So it's one of those pivotal weeks this week, to keep throwing in the pivotal phrase, but hey, it's my channel, I can use it. So my warehouse has sent me over 4 potential pallet providers. They've got all the details, it's sat in my inbox right now. So tomorrow is a case of I'm going to sit down with those guys, I'm going to work through which are the options, which are the best prices, who is experienced in shipping through into Amazon before, and we'll nail down exactly who is going to be our pallet shipping provider. And other than that, it's a learning process working with them about how we're going to do these pallets and how we're going to ship them, because like I said, it's something I've never done before. I was just watching Nick Hill's live stream, the Tat Chat, and in there was a chap in the comments that was talking about he's just started shipping pallets. I think it was Cool Kits with a K. I think it was Cool Kits. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you're watching, buddy, drop me a little comment down below. It'd be very interesting to hear a little bit more about your experiences and how that worked for you. Yeah, it's new territory for me, don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll bundle through regardless. Thanks for the advice you've given me so far. If there's any more you've got, please let me know. Now, pallets is a huge opportunity for me because when you ship into FBA, Amazon FBA, which I've been doing for 2 years now, 2.5 years, I've been full-time reseller for 2.5 years, shipping pallets into FBA provides a huge benefit because, one, if I ship a box into Amazon, there's a potential that the courier, the preferred courier, UPS is the shipping provider that is the preferred carrier for Amazon, and UPS will be the ones that always handle the boxes. Well, it always makes sense to use them because it's actually discounted through Amazon because they put so much business through them, which isn't a surprise really. There's always the risk that when you ship boxes into Amazon via UPS, that if you put a fragile product in a box with a heavy product and that box gets turned upside down or on its side or thrown into the back of a truck or thrown out of the truck, there's always the risk that fragile product will get crushed by the heavier product. So there's always a risk when it comes to shipping boxes. So one huge benefit of shipping pallets for me is that I know that it's going to sit, all of the products will sit on a pallet, heavy stuff at the bottom, fragile stuff on the top, and the pallet will just lift, goes into a truck, comes off the truck into the Amazon warehouse, and I know that they're not going to get thrown around. So one is product safety. 2, I'm hoping it's going to be cheaper. By looking at some of the shipping providers, I kind of need to get an understanding of the cost per product. Because at the minute, I ship a box through Amazon. I'm VAT registered, so I ship boxes into Amazon ex VAT, and the ex VAT price is £4.23. It's about £5.10, I think, if you're not VAT registered. But Amazon don't charge me VAT because I'm a fellow VAT registered business. Whereas if I'm shipping pallets, you know, the prices are varying. My warehouse provider has sent me over 4 potential people that I can ship with, and I will look at those and critique those for 1, their experience with Amazon, and 2, the cost it's going to cost us to ship it in, so I can get an understanding of, is this bringing the cost down? But in theory, it should be cheaper to ship pallets in than it should be boxes. So there's benefit number 2. So exciting week for me. This is week 3 of training in the warehouse. First 2 weeks was teaching them the understanding of how the process works, how to use the Amazon web-based platform, and this week is completely new ground for me. So yeah, I'm excited to get cracking on it. So we'll do a lot of prepping our first pallets and probably a lot of sit-down meetings just to cover which are the best options. So exciting times. Anyway, that's enough about me. That's my update for the week. Big news. Now, secondly, what I want to name this video is talking about Maplin and Toys R Us. So if you've watched any of my previous videos, you will know that when a company goes out of business or a store shuts, I am absolutely over the moon. Because when a store shuts, they tend to discount the stock as much as they need to get it shifted, to get it moved off the shelves. Because it's easier for some stores to sell the product through at a discounted rate than it is to pull it back and try and shift it through other means or move it to different stores. So I've got a video, an entire video on B&M. So B&M near me closed down and they went to 50% on one of the days. And on that day, I filled an entire car up and then I went back and got some more. Now there is a video, I will link it below, where I've gone through and I'll just share with you the journey of me picking up all these products, and I've also shared some of the key wins that I picked out. So I've picked maybe 5 products that were really good for me. I'll share with you sales ranks, why I've picked them, what my margin's going to be. But that was really good. Secondly, Toys R Us went out of business recently. Now Toys R Us I found were overpriced to start with. So Toys R Us being overpriced, first when they started layering discounts in, that kind of brought them back in line with the rest of the market. But there were some products which were good, so I've been a few times, I've filled a couple of cars up out of Toys R Us's, but in general it wasn't that good. And the theory that me and some other resellers that I know is that they've probably they've cherry picked off all the good stuff, and that good stuff has then gone into Europe perhaps, or to other retailers, purchased it in bulk, which is left kind of with the dregs that us resellers on the ground went in to go and find, but wasn't particularly that good and that profitable. I found much more profit taking my Toys R Us loyalty cards, and I purchased lots of Toys R Us loyalty cards from all the people that I knew. I got more profit taking those loyalty cards and using them at Argos, who offered a 20% discount on all toys when you presented them with that discount card, the loyalty card, the gold card from Toys R Us, and the same for Smiths. Now when Smiths and Toys R Us already have a product which is quite good for resale and there's good margin, you layer in that extra 20% and you've got some killer margins. So that was the way I attacked those particular retailer, or that's the way I attacked Toys R Us going out of business, is that I used their loyalty card to basically shop elsewhere because the deals that were there weren't that great. But one that was really beneficial for me was Maplin. Now Maplin, people were saying that there wasn't anything good really to buy at Maplin, but I completely disagree. I went into Maplin and I went to town. So to give you some context, back start end of last week and the back end of the week before that, I turned over 7 grand in sales. And not all of that was Maplin stuff. Some of that was stuff like my bread and butter, some of my stuff I keep ticking over normally, but a lot of that was down to Maplin. So much so that I maxed out my 10 grand credit card limit through the business, and cash flow over the last week or so has been tight, I'm not gonna lie, but it was definitely well spent. And now the reason cash flow was a little bit tight was because when you sell stuff through Amazon, there's sort of a 2-week delay before Amazon pays out the money, and when they pay out the money then it takes 5 days to clear through the bank, so there's a 3-week delay. So I maxed out all of the credit I had to go and buy loads of this Maplin stock, and it was good. It was really good, and I don't know why people are saying that it wasn't good, because they were just bringing down the prices. Started off half price, then it went down to like 60% off, 70% off, 80% off, and every time the percentage prices drop, I went in and I reassessed whether something was profitable or not. Now if you're following me on any of my social channels, so if you follow me on Twitter, I did tweet about this. Their prices dropped every Thursday, so every Thursday I was in there first thing, see what went down and see what I could pick up. But I did very, very well off of Maplin. So I was buying sort of computer components, I was buying security cameras, headphones, inks, all these kind of things, and I just did incredibly well. So 7 grand in sales. I usually target to make 20% margin off of my products, But I have to say that the Maplin stuff I picked up has shifted on. I was probably veering towards the 30% margin. So 1 week, 30% margin of 7 grand sales, you do the maths. Margin being the percentage profit based on sales. Oh, the sun's going down and that's really dark. Right, let's adjust this. Shutter speed. Okay, now I'm a bit brighter. Yeah, so essentially I've done very, very well off Maplin. And so much so on the last day, so gutted I missed this as well, but there's a local store near me, and on the last day it was £5 per bag. £5 per bag of electronics. Think how many electronics you could fit in a bag. It must have been mental in there. So I decided to go to my warehouse and train them before I went to Maplin, and I went after I'd finished in the day, and I got there and it was just like, you can have the fixtures, that's about all you can have. Which is a huge shame, because I would have gone to absolute town, because there's definitely some products there I was waiting to go a little bit deeper, and it would have been really profitable. So I could have made a lot more. But hey ho, I can't grumble because I did very well off it. Now, I didn't do any like haul videos to share with you guys to show you the stuff that works really well, but I do have a couple of bits left over that I haven't shipped yet. I think I'd share with you. So I'm going to get my Amazon app up and give you the scores on the doors. This is a With Things home camera. You see that? Oh, it's a bit of reflection there. With Things home camera. It's like a security camera. Comes with a nice wooden finish. It's very nice. And it's got air quality sensors. So the kind of thing you think would be perfect to, you know, if you've got young babies in a cot, you kind of want to track the air quality and check they're okay. That kind of camera's perfect. So sales rank 1,160 in home improvement. Anything with a sales rank of around 1,000 is going to be a killer product, and you should pick it up. I spent £23, got 2 of these, £23 on those 2. Current sales price is £68.99. £68.99. I paid £23. Okay, so fees including FBA, £10.45, so that's the cost of Amazon. You're paying Amazon basically for the web traffic they've got, and then the cost for them to ship it to the customer. After those fees are taken into account, I come out with £35.34 profit. £35.34 profit, which is fantastic. I've got 2, you know, that's a day's wages just in those 2. And yeah, that's scratching the surface. This is just some of the dregs, the dreg stuff that I've got that I didn't ship already. I think the real killer things were like the computer components. I bought some RAM, I bought some, just everything. It was just an absolute dream. Second item. These are the last 2 items I've got, by the way. This is a VIDEOMICPRO. This is a NAS drive. Now a NAS drive is a hard drive that you've got that connects to the internet, and you can access your files from anywhere in the world if you access through this app. So you've got all your files in there. This is 8 terabytes. That is a bucket load of data. So whoever needs this, I don't really know what you're storing. Probably a video creator like I am, because video files take up so much space. Anyone else is a YouTuber, drop a comment below, let me know how much storage you need to use. So I probably should keep that really, but I'm not full yet on my storage areas. Anyway, so right, back to this product. So I paid 160 for that. Popping into the app, selling price £279.99 is what it's selling for. I paid £160, £68 profit. Sales rank is 26,000 in PC, so that's not particularly good, but if you think of all the PCs out there, it's a big pool that 26,000 is in. So it shouldn't take too long to shift, but that in particular, killer purchase, really, really good. So, you know, that's just some of the examples of what I picked up of Maplin. I heard a lot of people say that it wasn't that good, but I don't know what they were looking at. If you're going through FBA and a company's going out of business, you can buy stock new, you know that it's just going to work. So, really good. Anyway, that was my experience from Maplin. 7k sales in a week. If anyone's done better than that, let me know. But this is the benefits that Amazon FBA can offer you. So, thanks for watching, guys. Keep hustling. See you on the next one.